A pretty clever dice game. That's pretty clever, a game for 1 to 4 players, 8 years and up. One game takes about half an hour. The goal of the game is to choose colored dice and score them to the score pad for as much points as possible. Each player gets a pen and a score sheet. The dice are given to the first player and the game box with the silver plate is put between the players. The game takes 4 to 6 rounds depending on player count. On a player's turn, they throw their dice and take one of them. Put that dice on top of their sheet and writes down a number or crosses a number on their sheet from that color. Then all leftover dice that have a smaller number are put on the silver plate. Next, the player takes rest of the dice and throws them, chooses a die, moves it onto the sheet, marks it down, puts smaller dice on the silver plate and does it all a third time if possible. After that, all other players can take one die result from the silver plate and mark that down on their own sheets. Then the next player gets all the dice and is their turn. But what clever things the colored dice give players. With yellow dice, the players try to fill up complete rows and columns. Rows give bonuses and columns points. With the blue die, you cross the sum of the blue and white die and you score from the amount of crossed off numbers. You also gain bonuses from completed rows and columns. The green area is filled from left to right and the number of the die must be same or greater than the next empty area. Points will be gained by how many cross squares there are. The orange and purple are also filled from left to right and both scores from the sum of numbers on the row. The orange has no limitations on what numbers to write, but on the purple track, the number written must always be greater than the last one on the score pad. After a 6 though, you can write down any number. All colors give players bonus crosses, numbers, dice or re-rolls. The fox symbol gives points equal to the lowest scoring color for every gained fox head. So the players must really think carefully what dice and numbers they take on their turn. When all players have played their turns, the game ends and the end scores are calculated. The player with the most points wins. That's pretty clever, quite a clever dice game.